Okay, today's reading is going to be on, I'll just sit down, hold on. What will happen next time you see your person? So you've got 3 piles. Pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3. Take your time and choose a pile and we'll get started. Right then, pile number 1, let's go. Right, that's for you, and that's for your person. So what will happen next time you see each other? What will happen next time you see each other? Excuse me, I'm quiet and thinking. Okay. Whoa, bless. Oh, okay. Pile number 1, let's have a look at you and them. Right, this is nice pile, so if you've chosen this one, well done. At the moment, it's as if you or both of you are in a situation where there's a lot of thinking and a lot of playing and thoughts about this what's going on between you both. There is a feeling of obsession, of like a new beginning, something where you want to move forward with this person, and they also have sensed that something has started and their feelings have slightly turned a little bit obsessive, a little bit attached, maybe too attached, I don't know yet. Is there such a thing? Probably, but I'm not sensing that. Anyway, going on the wrong track there. Didn't want to offend somebody. You at the moment are feeling very, very balanced, but you're also very sort of logical about the whole situation, but they are probably becoming slightly attached to you and they feel that something new is beginning. That's what I'm trying to say, because this card here, the Magician, is the card for them, and it's almost as if they have in their head a handle on the situation and where they want to go. It's almost as if they've grasped the situation and they're excited about it, and almost before it started they can see where it's going, and it's something new and it's something enticing to them. So your next meeting will be almost a summation of all the feelings that you two have been playing around with, all the feelings that you've developed, and it will bring it all together. It's almost as if it will answer a question. These 2 cards here, it's almost as if it's going to round everything up that's happened in your past, even if a lot of it is in your head, both of your heads, and it's going to pull it all together so that everything will be out in the open. It will be, so these are major arcana cards, so your next meeting will be important. It will be as if you two are open and honest with each other, almost as if it could be like giddy, laughing, funny, childlike sort of energy about it. You could be outside when you meet next time. You could be somewhere on the beach. You could be somewhere open and fun, and your interactions will be funny. I'm going to say juvenile, but I mean in a really nice way. You know, when you're a kid, I mean like a kid primary school age or secondary school age or college age, where you really like each other, you've been separated, or you're both aware that the feelings have developed, you're playing with them, you're thinking about it, especially from your point of view. You're probably quite a logical person, but you're thinking about these things, and the next time you meet, it will all be out in the open. There will be some feelings of being at ease with this person. It will feel familiar to you. If there's anybody that's holding back in this situation, it's not the person you're asking about. It's you. Your energy is coming across as being quite, not reserved, but fair. It's not, this card here is spontaneous, it's fun, it's, I love you. Nobody's going to be shy. It's just basically telling people what they think. But your energy here is justice. You've got the Queen of Swords here. So if you're female, although you might have been doing a lot of thinking, a lot of inward planning, it's almost as if you don't want to show that because you're afraid of getting hurt. You want everything to be balanced and fair, while the other person may be more open and childlike. Somebody, one of you is holding back, and I have a funny feeling that's you. Your next, when you meet, it could be somewhere in the open air, and there could be children involved. That's quite, picking that up quite heavily. You could either be where the children are, you could have your children with you, you could be meeting somewhere where there will be children there. And I don't mean specifically as in that there's one across the street, but more in a case of, I don't know, perhaps you could meet them in a school environment. You could meet them perhaps at a park where there was a concentration of children, or in a family situation where the children are one of the main features of that situation, rather than the fact there's like a child somewhere in the window. What I get from this feeling here is a heavy feeling of, from their point of view, of excitement and watching and looking and waiting and wanting to know what's going to happen next. You're far more cool about it, although I've got a funny feeling that both of you have this feeling of wanting, this is behind you, both of you have this feeling of wanting to start something new, and almost a slightly, a different word from obsessive, a slightly repetitive thoughts. That's trying to say that nicely. Not only repetitive sexual thoughts or repetitive, it's almost like a Pluto feeling. You want that person and all you can do is think about them. You're playing, this is them playing with the thoughts, and this is your meeting. So it's almost as if this could also be, I'm reluctant to say this because I know nobody's doing any of this, but if in other circumstances, I would say this could be travel abroad in a sunny situation. So if that does apply, which probably to very few it should apply, but it's almost as if I would translate this in the situation at the moment as if everything that you both have been feeling, their excitement, their looking out and waiting to see you again, you're carefully judging and trying to be a little bit reserved with the situation, it's all, your next meeting is all going to come together and it will be fun. And if I was you, even though you've got these cards, in your next meeting, if you should meet them and show your underbelly, be a child, be open, be fun, make the conversation fun. You know, you can take the initiative and they will follow, because they've got that, it's like a cheeky energy that they seem to have, a cheeky, yes, I can be a self-starter, I'm going to get things going. But if you go in and you basically reciprocate these feelings, it will be a fun feeling. There are children involved, there is somebody who's holding back the feelings, that's you. And there's a lot of waiting. But your final card to answer this is your next meeting is going to be bringing everything together. It's like a conclusion. It's like everything that you have felt and thought, or both of you, is going to come together. And it's just going to be one of those moments when you walk away afterwards and you think, oh my gosh, that was such fun. That was, that was everything I'd wished for. Because it's open, they won't hide their feelings. You shouldn't hide your feelings. It would just be spontaneous, exciting and open. And there's that feeling of familiarity, like when you're with some people, regardless of the sex, regardless of what intention you have of them to have in your life, and you meet them and it just feels right. There's no holes in the conversation, it just feels comfortable and right. So I guess when your next meeting, when you leave each other, you will pick out this person's playful attitude, but the feelings are genuine. They are thinking about you a lot. They are looking out for you in some way. God knows how, what way they are looking out for you. They are thinking, I'm trying to find out information about you. And when you get together, it will be like I don't mean like that, but it will be like meeting a really good friend. It won't be awkward. It will be summertime fun, familiarity, comfort and excitement. So pile number 1, I hope that helps. It'd be nice. Thank you for watching. Okay, pile number 2. There you go, that's you. Oh. And that's them. Up. Okay. So what will happen next time you meet? That's their energy and that's your energy. So your energy at the moment is quite traditional. It's quite conservative. It's as if you want everything to be balanced and normal and in its special box. Their energy at the moment is almost explosive. It's almost as if they don't, either something has happened that has changed everything, or they don't care what's going to happen next because they're ready for it. The big changes, depends how aware they are. They might not know where it's come from, or they might know exactly where it's coming from. So next time you meet each other, let's see what's going to happen. Myself, sorry. Oh la la. Oh my gosh, okay. Crikey. Now, I'm going to need more cards for this one. Right, I'm going to go through, because your pile is quite difficult to read, so I'm going to go through it step by step, and hopefully it will mean more to you as I go through it, and then we'll sum it up together at the end. No, you are going to say anything, so I'll sum up at the end. So at the moment you are feeling, or they are feeling, as if this situation between you is quite hard. It's hard work. And for some reason you could have argued. It feels as if it's just heavy. It's not free flowing, it's not easy going, and I'm not really sure what's happened. It's almost as if in the past this person may have offered you something, or you may have flirted with them, or you may have flirted with each other, and you're slowly just working on that. You're slowly trying to build up your relationship. It's almost and this crossing is almost like a feeling of karma, like a karmic feel to it, but it's as if you want the situation to be fair. There could be a child involved that makes the situation not feel fair, or children involved. Right, I think that your next meeting, summing this bit up here, this heavy feeling, this feeling of having to work on the situation, of having put the effort in, but there may actually be, one of you may have a child, so that may play a part in how you two feel about each other. You are very, very much in the energy of wanting everything to be just correct, just fair, just right, and just so. They are in a situation where they feel that either everything has fallen to pieces or is about to explode. So this pile here is quite a something underneath the surface pile. So your next meeting could actually be an argument, or fast words, as in fast as in you both shooting, one of you maybe just shooting your mouth off without thinking too much. And you are, if that happens, you both could be in danger of pulling an end to what you've got between you. It's almost as if you know what's happened and you're looking to find out what your next meeting is going to be, and you know that it's going to be quite turbulent. There's something might have happened between you. You're trying to keep it straight. You're trying to keep it fair. They are just probably a bit all over the place at the moment because it's blown them to pieces. This person is waiting and looking and wanting to know what's going to happen next. But there are a lot of confused feelings, and the general feeling of they want to keep working on the situation. They don't seem to understand what's going on. I was going to say something really sexist then, which was unfair. Because it is unfair, because it doesn't account. Yeah, okay, I won't say it. But what I was going to say is that occasionally you get people who, it doesn't matter what sex at all, you get people who act but are unaware of what they've done to hurt people as they get there. And I'm thinking, actually not sexist, I'm thinking fire energy. If your person is quite fiery, male or female, they may just be going forward, and it's blown to pieces, and they have no idea what they've done wrong. So your next situation, if you're going to go into this situation trying to have it out with this person and have a chat about what's happened, it's, that's probably what will happen. You'll probably just have a few sharp words. This person may not be aware. They're confused and they're looking out and waiting. They're sitting there thinking, I've put lots of energy into this. We've got on well, we've flirted, and everything's moving forward, but something has happened that's gone wrong, and you're almost like a more mature attitude of saying, let's just sort it out. So you've got your justice card here, the heavy feelings, justice over the top. Yeah, things are hard at the moment, but let's just sort it out. You've got the Hierophant here, very mature sort of energy. Then the working towards something. You've both been putting in the past, working towards something, putting things aside. Maybe a child involved, but definitely some nice, kind feelings between the both of you. It could be flirting, just general fun. But your next meeting, to sort of start summing up and answering the question, is Five of Swords. It's an argument. It's basically where one of you might come out thinking, yeah, I got my point across, or yes, I told them what for, but you don't feel like you've won anything. So there's no point in going into the situation thinking that one of you is going to come out feeling better. Because when you have feelings for somebody and you argue, you never really feel that good about it anyway, but you still have to get your point across. Now, this card here, which is also the future, is almost like summing things up. It's almost like a conclusion to what has happened in the past. And I'm thinking something has happened in the past to both of you. So this will like be summed up. It will, whatever you have on your mind that you think you're going to argue about, you will sum that all up. You'll find out, you'll get your answers for whatever you're asking or whatever's troubling you. This person thinks they're working towards you and they're confused. They're still looking out, expecting everything to be fine. And the end result to your meeting is words, probably aggressive to begin with, but that communication will be there and will hopefully sort things out. So next time you meet this person, I have a feeling that something has happened between you and it will be discussed. Let me put some extra cards on here to try and clarify. 8 of Wands. Okay, it's almost as if the communication that you're going to have is about another woman, and in your mind or their mind, this woman has almost caused a nasty twist of fate in a situation with both of you. It's not a positive twist of fate. It's like something that neither of you really wanted in your relationship. too. The pack's upside down. Yeah, see, you've got the same. I know, this is, yeah, too many, lots of people. Okay. You seem a calmer personality. You seem more in control of yourself and wanting to sort the situation out. They seem somebody who is going through a very difficult time, and the way they're trying to control this difficult time and pull things together is by being the boss and trying to think they're in charge of things, and basically they're trying to control wild horses. There's a lot of, this sort of suggests there could be a lot of people in the situation that's causing you to strife. And this woman here also suggests that could be part of it. And whatever part this woman has played is almost been detrimental to your relationship. Okay, so to sum up your question, my question is, what will happen next time that you meet? You will have a discussion, and it will be a strong discussion. There'll be lots of communication. If something has happened between you two in the past that you are both aware of and that are causing you to do a lot of thinking, and there's a lot of confusion and a lot of fog about this situation, you will have a chance to bring it up. It might not be easy, but the cards are not bad. Your end result is not bad. It's a talk. It's a hard words between each other that are probably needed, because your person you're asking about has lost a lot, feels like they've lost a lot, or they're heading for a fall. They know it. Right, thank you, pile number 2. I hope that helps. When the spreads are mean, oh, that's not mean, that's not a bad spread at all, but when they're harder and it's not all love and light, I feel like saying sorry. But I hope it all works out. It's not a nasty spread at all, it's just basically the conversation got to be had about something that has happened between you that is troubling you both. Okay, well, good luck. Right, there. Okay, pile number 3. Hi, pile number 3. This is you. This is them. Oh, okay. So you are watching, waiting, and trying to gather what's going next. They are slightly confused about what's going on. Let's see how this plays into the cards. So it's almost as if the general feeling from you both at the moment is that you are doing a lot of thinking about the situation. They are slightly confused. Both of you are doing a lot of thinking about the situation. They're thinking slightly more confused, bewildered. Yours is a little bit more aware. You seem to know what's going on between the pair of you, but let's see what's going to happen next. Oh my gosh. Okay. Something big has happened. Something big has happened, or is possibly, I've got a funny feeling. Let me find out. Right, I'm going to start talking now, and I never should, because you shouldn't start talking until you've got all the cards out. But things might change as more cards come out. But at the moment, I'm picking up that you are both watching and waiting. This person's confused. You're more aware of what's going on, and you're trying to take a more spiritual, a slightly more mature view of the situation. But something has happened, or is about to happen, that is quite a big event. It feels quite karmic. It feels as if things are ready to change, and they are going to change. Behind you, your feelings, or their feelings, are feelings of almost slight unfairness, that one person has the upper hand in the relationship, and it's causing quite a bit of anxiety. Okay. I'm going to say what I'm thinking now as well before, and I don't like doing this because I always change my mind later, but in front of you with what I've just said is feelings of controlling your thoughts and your feelings and even your passions and desires. So the next time that they meet you, they will be doing the same. They will be trying to control their thoughts and their feelings. But there's a need and a want to start moving things forward with them. So if you get together, they will be slightly reserved with you, and you might not be able to pick up what they're thinking and feeling, but what their general thought is at the moment is to keep moving things forward with you. They will be shifting the conversation to almost, okay, so when should we meet? When can we do this? What will happen next? Okay. Okay. This is when you shouldn't open your mouth. I'm going to go back to these and then try and sum it up. So the next time that you meet, there will be a general feeling of trying to control yourself, trying to be aware of what might have happened, and you don't want to express it too much. And I don't know, it could be just basically passion. It could be basically you're not allowed to show your feelings in public to each other. It could be some reason why you're not really allowed to show the way that you are feeling, and you're trying to temper it a little bit. Behind you, you've got these feelings as if one's slightly high in the relationship, and there's a feeling of anxiety. So this could also be trying to control. One of you is trying to control their feelings, so they don't look silly, so they don't muck up when they're talking, they don't lose their their sentences, they don't generally look as if you both fancy each other. There's like a bit of control there. Their feelings and what they want from you is to move forward with you, but there's the end result. I'm going to skip these for the moment because I'll have to go through it. The end result is almost as if I've got to put some on there. So that makes no sense with those three cards. I'll tell you what it says. This card here. So this is the future, sort of controlling feelings, controlling passions, almost looking out and waiting and wanting to move forward. It's as if you've sent out all your feelings, you've got together, you've got the relationship going, and now you want some sort of movement with it. But what happens is it's almost as if it's like a sneaking off, or a situation that feels as if somebody has walked away with something that the other one wasn't quite prepared to give, or walked away and left the other one feeling a little bit sad or hard done by. With this relationship, there's quite a bit of tension, as in I tend to pick up from the whole reading there's this sort of inner tension. I'm not sure whether it's you or them, as if you don't want to show what you're feeling. It's this, like, your hands are bound, as in you have feelings for each other, but you've got to keep them under control. I don't quite know why. There's some reason you can't express, or they can't express, what they feel for you. There's a strong karmic feeling that when you're together, that you're meant to be together, but you can't tell each other that, you can't show each other that. And what's going to happen with your next meeting is they are going to feel this pull. They are going to feel that they want to move forward with you, but they're going to know that they can't do it. So what they're going to do is they're going to walk off away from the situation, and one of you will, and the other one's going to feel hard done by. Not through, see these cards here, it's as if this person feels when they're with you as if they want to be open, they want to tell you the truth, they want it to be a relationship like when you're kids and you meet each other and it's just open and fun and there's no ties. They're even prepared to take this relationship seems in the past being slightly uneven, like somebody's the boss and somebody's not so much the boss. It's as if they're slightly prepared to let go of the control in the relationship. You. If you are the person that likes to have control in this relationship, it's almost as if you, I think that's you. Because this moon card to me this is like Pisces, that doesn't mean control. You could be the person who's slightly anxious, and you're the one that's prepared to relax a bit. You're ready to move forward with this person too. So your next meeting, you're both going to show it. You're ready to move forward. You're ready to relax. You almost want to release the control that you feel you need to have on this person. As I said with pile number 3, it's almost as if you want to show the white of your belly to this person. You want to move forward and they want to move forward with you. There's a lot of don't. To me, this pile is a lot of don't show your feelings because it will go wrong. somebody's watching, it's just not the right time, it's just... Sorry, camera went off. That you're going to enter the relationship knowing it's going to be difficult, and you have sort of seen the steps ahead before they've happened. But you've almost jumped into it anyway. Okay, let's see what this person actually does want from you. Okay, right, so your next meeting, when you meet each other, there will be a possibly, although they deep down want clarity, what's going to happen is next time you meet each other, there's going to be a control thing going on where you can't express your feelings, as I've said before. Now, I've got a funny feeling that this might actually turn out to be not so much a positive situation as I'd like to tell you, where there could be an argument and there could be change, and one person, possibly them, walks away from not walks away from you in total, but walks away from your meeting, and you both feel as if you are tied and can't do anything next, even though there's a strong draw there. For some reason, you two are stuck where you can't be open with each other, and that your next meeting could possibly bring this up, where it's so obvious that you can't do anything with each other. Well, I don't know if I'm going on the right track with this. To sum it up, I'll go through your cards with you, okay, and then we'll just wrap it up then. So the situation between you is a very, very strong karmic bond, but it's almost as if there is going to be a blow up because there's tension behind, where there's an anxiety and a feeling of somebody's a little bit more in charge than the other. Now, this might be slightly changing because this person, the one who is more dominant, will be actually trying to relax their control. Your next meeting together will be a feeling of wanting to be together, strong feeling of looking out and waiting for each other and things getting moving, but there's still that strong need not to show your feelings, and I have no idea why. Because there is there is this, they want to show their feelings. They want to show their feelings to you, but they can't. And when you walk away from this next meeting, it won't feel as positive as you would want it to feel. It will feel as if you were restricted. You feel the bond, you both feel the bond, you can do nothing about it. They walk away, and then you feel as if they haven't done something and they've left you feeling crap, when in reality you probably knew before you got together they couldn't really do anything anyway, and they're confused about what they are supposed to be doing. Right, I'm going to leave it there because I can't add any more to it. I would really love to sum that up and pull out some fantastic cards, but to be honest, I'd just rather be honest and read the cards as they are. Your next meeting, I would just take it calmly and don't set your expectations too high. So go in with a really, really logical idea of what you exactly think you're going to get out. When you're together next, what you're going to get out of it. How much can this person give you anyway? If for some reason they are bound and can't give you anything, so don't expect them to, because it might be disappointed when they leave. It's not a bad reading. It just is a pre-warning of wake up to yourself. I didn't actually mean that. I was thinking Mira's wedding. What I meant was be aware of what the situation is before you go into it, because this person can't give any miracles just because you want everybody wants everything to turn out nicely, but that's all they can give you all that they can, and vice versa. So just be aware of the situation. Anyway, I hope that helps. I was genuinely trying to be nice then. And just give something to think about when you do see each other next. None of the readings are bad. Number one was a bit better. Well, thank you very much for tuning in, and I hope you have a good evening, and see you next time. Bye.